Well, I'm up here at the junkyard today, and I think this is a 70s model truck. You remember this from the last video back in October, and I don't know what kind of motor it has. It's probably a Windsor 351 modified. Wind's blowing a little bit today. We're gonna go look at the old trucks and the newer models, like this F-150 here. Yeah, it used to have a dash, but somebody broke it and everything. The interior ain't too good looking, but there's still parts left over. Like there's a fuse box, what's left of it. Everything else, there wasn't even a key to it in this truck. Just like my cousin's F-150, and I think this one's either a 4.6 or a 5.4. This one's the 5.4 because you can tell by the radiators that they're wide. Then you got a 5.4. If they're like really small, you got a 4.6. If it's got the Triton bolt pattern and all that stuff, and all that. And the Ford Explorer. This truck here, this is I believe an 02 or an 01 F-150. There's a bunch of these up here. This one's got the tachometer. All the videos I've made didn't have a tachometer. See, the keys are in it. The shifter ain't broke like most of them are. The windshield's cracked. This one actually sat out in front of the junkyard for a while and all that. So what I done was I put the dash back together because it was tore apart. Something's going on up there. But I put the dash back together. This one's the 5.4 Triton, and battery ain't in it, of course. They take the batteries out of all these vehicles, almost, other than that one truck over there. In my last video, I found it with the battery, 135,000 miles, but the frame's rusted. So we'll go over this way. There's a Ford Escape. There's tons of them up here. There's another Ford Escape. There's a, what is this, a 93 or something like that. Don't even have a key in it. That's an older model truck, like a 95 or 93 or something. See what kind of motor it has. I'm not sure what kind of motor that is, unless it's a 6-cylinder. I believe it's a 6-cylinder. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Here's a, what is this, 89 F-150. Here's a Ranger and all that. I don't know. This truck was wrecked. Here's Dad's favorite truck. He wants the motor out of this one. See, the hood's bent, everything. Here's the motor right there, what's left of it. Well, he's still wanting the motor, even though it might be locked up, but you never know. It could be still a good motor. It might be a 390 or something. That's what the inside of it looks like. Right here's the transmission. Everything, gas pedal and everything's still there. Drive shaft's still hooked up. And everything. I think this one's a 69, or not a 69, I don't know. Might be a 69 Ford. It is 71, so it's a 72. 72. There's a 79 Ford. There's a 80s model truck. We'll get to that here in a second. This one's locked or something. I got a couple of these trucks myself. Jump over my puddle. And here's what's left of a tire. Here's a dash in it. Here's what's left of it. How many miles it's got? Probably 219,000. But the dash is still good in it. Open the glove box, see if we can find a copperhead. Somebody showed me this a while back in these old trucks, but you open the glove box a certain way. So yeah. There's like a 82 or something. It says the Ford symbol in the front grille, or the grill. Dash and everything's still in it. It's actually not in too bad shape other than that. But we've got a few of these trucks ourselves. So we got plenty of parts. Clutch fan. This is a 306 cylinder. And the fuel filter, right here's fuel filter. The carburetor ain't too bad, I guess. Probably needs rebuilt. It's hard to tell if the motor's still good in it. I was about to check the oil, but they ain't no dipstick. 306 cylinder. We got a few of these motors. And 35,000 is probably 100 or 200,000. Somewhere in that range. Key's still in it. And everything. Not much has been going on here lately. Trying to fire up the 01 Grand Cherokee, the Jeep, and it wouldn't start. The reason why, because the battery terminals ain't clean. But there's another Ranger. There's a van, an older Ford truck over there. There's a Lincoln, not Lincoln, but a Mercury. It's all kinds of these. There's a half decent Ford Explorer. There's still a bunch of these up here. There's a Lincoln Town Car. There's a F-150s, like round body F-150s. There's a couple of these over here that I seen my last junkyard video. I meant to film them, but I didn't. Winter time came around to see if how many snakes were in this area. Hopefully none. This one looks like an XL truck. Yeah, it is. It's a non-tachometer with an automatic. Interior ain't too bad in it. Key's still in it. And everything. Truck tried to move for a second. Headlight switch is still good. I've already got one of them. Not a bad looking truck, but what's the frame look like? Not too well. There's a ratchet strap. They hauled this truck off, I think. There's an 02, I think, F-150. Something like that. If you remember a couple of years ago, on my first junkyard video on the 99 F-150, I was actually going to film this truck, but I didn't know where it was. But I found it a while back. And this one's a 4.6 with a battery still in it, but it ain't got no charge. And everything, so all kinds of stuff up here. Air filter here. There's a bunch of these round body F-150s up here. So far the only trucks I've filmed was trucks I haven't filmed yet, like this truck. This one's also a non-tachometer. This one, I don't know how many miles it has. I know it's a digital. The keys are still in it. Still freed up and everything. I'm not going to put it in gear because it might roll. What's left of a dash. I don't know where the rest of it is. Here's oil pressure and temperature. It's hard to tell. All kinds of these trucks. Oh, and I'm going to give a shout out to my friend, basically my cousin, Preston Mallinger. You can go check out his channel. He made a video, me and him made a video of Monster Can Meets Water. That's what he titled it. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, here's the truck with the 4.6 Triton. The hood's open, but here's what's left of it. No dinging or anything because the battery's dead. And the gauge cluster's gone. Keys are still in it. 5-speed transmission and everything. Overhead console is gone. Found this truck today. Door panel and the door and all that was open. So that's what the motor looks like. That's a battery that's set in it for a long time. Motor's been tore apart, if you've noticed. Here's the what's part of the air cleaner and all that. Not sure what it is. Jack tools. Now here's a tire iron. It goes to this truck. I'm not sure. But believe it or not, I think it was after I made the junkyard video last year, but I tried to get the hood open, and the hood wasn't open. So what I done is I took a screwdriver back here, and I played around with this thing for about 15 minutes, and I pulled on the hood, it was popped, so this thing here is seized pretty much. And all that, so I just took a screwdriver, and then I realized I could kind of put it in the bind for a second and slip it through, and the hood opened, and I left it pop. Here's this truck, if you want to see what's left of it. Tire went flat since the last video. Forgot that door handle sensitive. The dash is took apart, but I know how many miles the truck has. It's got 225,000. Here's a dash sitting here, but it ain't to the truck. It actually had a tachometer and everything. Shifter's broke. Keys are still in it. I would try to start it, but ain't no battery. Yep, that's a motor. Is actually a 5.4 Triton. If you see the wide radiators, I thought it was a 4.6 because the way I thought it was, because it was a single cab, but it's actually a 5.4 Triton motor. Here's the oil dipstick, see if it's stuck. Nope, not even stuck. It has oil in it. I don't even think I've checked the oil on this truck. Then again, I ain't really paid much attention here lately. Here's some motor running. Here's that truck right beside it. Video came out of focus for a second. Hopefully it wasn't the whole video, but that's okay. As long as you can hear what's going on. Here's a, what is this, a Ford E350 or something. Probably had a Triton motor in it. There's tons of them up here. Here's this truck. Oh, there's an Expedition. Oh no, this is a Lincoln Navigator. I meant to film this one kind of a while back, and I didn't. That's fancy everything pretty much. Mouse's nest in the glove box. Just like my cousin's burnt Jeep. There's an F-150. It's been kind of hit or something. Window's been down for a long time. Gauges are still in it and everything. I was looking for stuff a while back in it. Or just looking in it, you know. Just, I guess. So I got the door open. You can see the gauges and everything. I can only turn my wrist. I can only turn my wrist but so much, I guess. Another Expedition. This one ain't in the greatest shape on the inside. Another gauges and everything. This thing's been sitting here for a few years, I believe. And this one's sealed up. I'm not sure what it is. Here's a van. 144,000. Probably has a Triton motor or something like that. Oh, and you might remember the van I put in my video a couple years ago. Believe it or not, if I can get back through here. Here it is. 367,000 miles on it. That's what the interior looks like after, what, almost 2 years now? With the door missing and everything. I don't see no snakes or anything at the moment. Key, I don't even think there's even a key to it. Oh, I thought it was a 7.3 a while back, but it's actually a 5.4 Triton. It ain't pot, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Everything's kind of close together. I haven't even cut one part of this video, but that's okay. I was gonna say I might make a Jeep video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. Well, this one's got a, I think it's a 351M or something, probably modified. Not 100% sure about these. I'm still learning on these motors. Carburetor's gone. It's a V8. No, let's check the oil in it. Just because don't look the best. Check and see the mileage on the truck. There's the coal and stuff. The spark plug wires are going, so I don't know the firing order. Wind's probably blowing. Cluster's gone. I don't know where it's at. Somebody already bought it. That's okay. Another 90s model truck. It's probably a 96 or something. It doesn't have a tachometer. Interior ain't the best, but no, actually the door ain't the best. The wind's blowing. I already know that. Probably gonna end the video here shortly. Oh, this truck's basically stripped too. My cousin's got a 95 F-150 302 50, and it needs an alternator. So we got all that going on here. A bunch of Explorers. Probably gonna cut the video short here in just a second here, and then oh, let's look at this truck. This truck was on its side for the longest time. So 133,000 miles. The dash is destroyed in it. So is the interior. Ain't got a back window neither. Steering wheel, not too bad. This one's a 4.6 because of the small radiator. Alternator's freed up. Everything. So that's when we'll call the video here, and then pause it here. We'll end the video for now. Probably make another one. I don't know yet. I guess we'll catch y'all later in the next one.